There are many differences, but I think the most important is that I devote a lot of attention to what I call pre-translation skills. The things a professional translator does to orient himself or herself to a translation task, to get the memory flowing, to grease the wheels, as it were. There's a very strong emphasis in the book on visualization and dramatization exercises, based on how I discovered I personally translated best, showing movies in my head, moving my body in certain ways, acting out the source text. As I began to write the book in the mid-1990s, I was giving workshops on the materials I was developing all around the world. And wherever I went, the local translators in my workshops told me that they had their own versions of these things, but had never even noticed them. Some had music playing in the room, which I could never do. Some played pure instrumental music, softly. Others played the Beatles, very loud, and so on. One person told me he sharpened pencils and lined them up on his desk, even though he translated on a computer and never actually used the pencils. They all had these little routines that helped them get into the most productive frame of mind for translating. Contrary to my initial impression that translating was simply rewriting a text in another language, there were all these subconscious or subcognitive strategies that helped them translate faster, more accurately, and more enjoyably. And so, while I included a lot of professional career advice, technological advice, cross-linguistic advice in the book, I wanted to put these strategies at its very core, to make becoming a translator not just something you do to make a living, but something you do really well and with great pleasure.